friends, and welcome back. Today I really wanted to share a little bit about my journey, because on this channel we talk about paying off debt, making money, saving money, and of course moving to a life of financial freedom. And to do so, I talk a lot about how you can save money. But today I'm going to give you the essence of exactly how I save my money. So I want to share with you the number of accounts that I have helped me pay off debt and are continuing to help me on my journey to financial freedom. But before we get started on the video, please make sure to hit that like button, and if you are new, please consider subscribing and joining our community, because we are all about supporting one another. And if you don't believe me, check out the comments below. So let's just get started. Now, the reason I have multiple bank accounts is because I'm going to be honest, I'm not super organized. I'm not as organized as I would like to be. And it's really important for me, if I'm working towards a specific goal, that I have things in place that will help me get. Now, for all of the accounts that I'm about to mention, I do have to automate them so that I never have to think about them. In fact, I schedule that at the first of every month. Payments go out to the separate bank account so that I don't have to worry about saving them in the right pot. So the first one that I have is a current account. Now, my main current account is where my main 9-to-5 salary comes in month on month. And then out of this account is where I pay for all my fixed bills. I'm talking about bills like my mortgage, my utilities, my broadband, all the fixed costs that I need to basically have a roof over my head and basically live. Now, that is the primary purpose of that account. I hardly ever look at that account other than to make sure all the right bills are being paid, or to adjust, for example, if I find a cheaper lender or if I find a cheaper utility company, just to adjust those things. But I don't ever go into that account to pay for anything other than my fixed costs. Now, out of that account, once all my fixed costs have gone out, now the remainder is now divided across a variety of accounts where I have different savings pots. So the first saving pot that I have is my emergency fund pot. Now, an emergency fund is exactly what it says. It's a fund for emergencies where anything could crop up throughout the year. And I think 2020 has shown us that life is full of uncertainties that we need to be prepared for. So I am working towards 12 months worth of living expenses stowed away so that if ever I need to be out of work for a year, I have a separate fund of money available to cover me for that period of time. So that sits in a completely separate bank that is not easily accessible, because the last thing that I want to do is to dip in and out of that savings pot. So for the most part, that is out of reach unless there is a dire emergency where I need to access that account. Okay, the third account that I have is my kids account. So this is an account for my son, and this account is specifically for that. I just save a little bit of money for him so that by the time he gets to 18, he has a significant amount of money sitting there that hopefully will help him in whatever major financial decisions that he wants to make. Hopefully purchasing a property or even purchasing a car or whatever it is that he needs a down payment for, that he has access to some money aside. So that's sitting aside ready for him. I wanted to make sure that I started doing this from an early age, and that way I could just put a little bit of money. It's not a significant sum of money, but obviously for 18 years, if I carry on, I can build up a huge amount of money ready there for him. The next account that I have is my fun money account. Now, I recognize that it's important to just have a bit of money to play around with, because let's be honest, I work really hard and it's nice to just be able to treat myself now and again, or to buy something without having to think about the financial implications of it. So I do have a separate account where there I can just put some money aside. It's not much per month, but it's just a little bit of money that I can spend however way I want. So if I need a new bag or if I need new shoes, then I have some money for it. The good thing is that having a dedicated fun money account has helped me reduce the amount I was spending on, for example, clothes or shoes or anything that I thought I needed but was really a want. So that has really helped me curb down my spending, but it still allows me to have some money just set aside for whenever I need it. The next one that I have is a house deposit fund, because I recognize that I am working towards getting my dream home. So I have a dedicated house deposit fund, because it's very important to me to know that I have a dedicated savings account for my house. So I'm slowly building up my house deposit and slowly working towards making sure I have a sizable amount of money stored away to buy my future home. And I just basically automate that Again, it's a percentage of the amount that I get from my income that goes directly into that. I set that up a couple of years ago and it's been growing slowly and it's fantastic. So it's really, really nice to also be able to look and say, oh, I'm that bit closer to getting the amount that I would like to have. The next one is my newest account, and that is my investment account. So thankfully, because of lockdown, I was able to have a little bit of money set aside, and I've decided this year that I'm really gonna go hard on my investment. I have set up a separate savings account specifically for my investments. So out of my income, I do deposit a specific amount every single month to invest. And this is to encourage me to invest more and to start generating more money in that manner. And I'm hoping that in that investment account, I will also be able to pick up some dividends and then reinvest it and grow my portfolio that way. I think it's been really, really important for me to establish that as a separate account, because for the most part, I was just umming and ahhing based on the savings that I had available. But it's nice to be able to know, okay, this is exactly how much I am spending every month on investing, and that is completely separate to anything else. And it's been really, really helpful because I know that that money is dedicated for that particular reason and it can generate money. So that has been absolutely transformative. And then the next one that I have is a travel account. Now, before lockdown, I like to have the goal of going away to another country at least once a year, and it was really, really helpful to know that I had a dedicated account where I could just access some money, and I could also save money throughout the year specifically for traveling and going away. And then I would know by the time it came to traveling, I would know exactly how much I would have available. Now, what's really, really interesting about this particular account is that it's not just a savings account. So this is an actual current account where I have a dedicated debit card that goes towards not only purchasing for my flights and my accommodation, but it also includes money that I will be spending whilst I'm on holiday for any activities or anything else that I will do whilst I'm there. So that helps me, so that it means that whilst I'm away on holiday, I don't have to use my current account for that, because for the most part, I try to stay clear away from my current account and just use that specifically for paying my bills, and everything else should be divided across my different accounts. And then finally, I have a general savings account, and this is just an emergency account that I have that I dip into should anything arise, small little emergencies that need to be done. So for example, if my car needs to be repaired, then I have a general savings account that I could dip into specifically for that. And then of course, if I need to furnish my home and buy beautiful little paintings or beautiful little mirrors, then I can just dip into that, and I know exactly that money is there for that. I do budget that, so I don't just go all out when I think, oh, I need a new painting or I need a new this. It's all budgeted for, and that's mainly for those particular areas. So there you have it. Those are the bank accounts that I have to help me on my journey to financial freedom. I think for me, it's like super important to automate, and all of them are automated so that I don't have to worry or think about, oh, how much have I spent this month? How much have I spent that month? But it's something that I can regularly have a look at and make sure I'm making it as efficient as possible. Because to be honest, if my utilities go down, then that means I have additional amount in my current account that I can distribute somewhere else. Let me know in the comments below, do you have this many bank accounts? Maybe it's just me who needs as much help as possible, but let me know in the comments below. Please make sure to check out this video, which will show you exactly all the tips that I'm using to save money. And I hope you can start saving money fast too and generate the life that you have always dreamed of. And until the next video, thank you so much for all your support. Take care.